Hi there, students. An adage or an aphorism? Well, these are both words that talk about sayings. Generally, they're both short phrases that tell us something about life. For example, an aphorism: laugh and the world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Or the adage, better safe than sorry. We all use aphorisms and adages in our daily speech. But there is a small difference between them. Firstly, an aphorism usually contains a general truth, where an adage is talking about something that commonly happens, a common experience, an observation. So, laugh and the world laughs with you. This is talking about the general truth that if you're happy, everybody wants to be with you, and if you're sad, they don't. Whereas better safe than sorry, well, maybe not always better safe than sorry, but it's an observation that more commonly, if you take extra precautions, then you're better off when things go wrong. Okay? So the aphorism contains a general truth, whereas the adage is talking about something, an observation about something that normally happens. Secondly, an adage is normally much older than an aphorism. And that's because of the third difference. An aphorism usually has an author or is normally attributed to somebody. We usually know who said it. Whereas an adage is traditional. It's been passed down through the generations, and it's something we all say, and hence it's older than the aphorism. I get the feeling that adages come from oral history, whereas aphorisms come from written history. So let's look at a few adages. Birds of a feather flock together. Don't judge a book by its cover. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Better late than never. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, let's try some aphorisms as well. It is a sign of weakness to avoid showing signs of weakness. If you see a repressed smile on a salesperson's face, you paid too much for it. Knowledge is power. This is attributed to Sir Francis Bacon. Love your neighbour, but don't pull down your hedge. Benjamin Franklin. So an adage is a saying, but it's an observation that's been handed down, whereas the aphorism is a general truth and normally said by somebody specific. Okay, what about formality? I think I'd give the word adage a 6.5 in formality, whereas I'd give aphorism 7.5 or even 8. Aphorism sounds like a much more technical word, whereas adage I think is more in general usage. But if you want to use both of these words informally, I'd just use the word a saying. Yeah, as people say, as they say. Yeah, and the origin. So adage comes from adagium, Latin, a proverb or an adage. And the aphorism comes from ancient Greek, aphorismos. And aphorismos was a pithy phrase containing a general truth. And then if we split up aphorismos, we've got apo, off or away, horizo, to divide, to cut in two, and horos, boundary. So I guess cutting the world, or cutting life into separate little pieces and making boxes. Okay, so an adage, a saying handed down through generations. An aphorism, something smart someone has said which illustrates a general truth. So there you go. Now you know the difference. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Adage and aphorism.